I thought maybe I'd do some tuning around with the little Texan R9700DX, I guess. Actually not so little, it's a pretty decent sized radio. Has very good sound, it's got a quite large, maybe 2.5 inch speaker, I don't know, 3 inch speaker. Here, let's find out. 2.5 inch speaker according to that. Okay, whether we keep that in, I don't know. Okay, I've actually set up the camera on a little tripod here because I've been noticing how wiggly some of my videos are, so hopefully this will help a little bit. So here we are. This is some ham activity I heard earlier. There's some in here. We're on band 4 here, which is the 41 meter band. I've got the backlight on, but there's a fair amount of light on here. It's a pretty good night. It's connected to my 30-foot or so external antenna with a about 8 feet of cable in here, which of course also adds to this. This will, on a very noisy night, overload this radio in high gain position, so you might have to bring it down to low. But tonight it seems okay, at least on the 41 meter band.
Del tercer encuentro mundial de misioneros de la misericordia que congregó en Roma del 23 al 25 de abril a más de 400 misioneros de todo el mundo. El evento organizado por el Consejo Pontificio para la Promoción de la Nueva Evangelización estaba previsto inicialmente para la primavera de 2020, pero debido a las medidas
I'm not absolutely sure what this is. Sounds like Radio Marti, Radio Marti, which is the most likely. But that would mean that the dial is fairly out on here, because that would be at, let's see, this could be Voice of Turkey in Spanish. Doesn't sound like it's far enough away for that, though. Well, let's see what else we got. And this is, of course, the fun of using an analog radio, is you have to guess. And although the dial on here isn't terrible, it's a bit temperature sensitive. The whole radio is a bit temperature sensitive. So let's see. So we should have Vatican Radio should be on 7305 now. That's usually strong enough to pick up easily. The next station we should get strongly would be Radio Marti. 735. And then that should show up again at 745. I always like the funny noises you get. I'm not sure what this is. And that should be just about. Okay, so where's WRNO? is 7505. So in fact, the dial's pretty accurate at the moment. So that means that, I think, was probably Radio Turkey. Oh, that undoubtedly is, because that's there. And we're getting right to 10, so things will start to drop on and off. So, as you can see, if you want to tune, let me turn down the volume, if you want to tune around a band with an analog radio like this, you have to kind of have some markers to let you know where you are. Or you can cheat and plug the antenna into, that, right? But if you don't want to cheat and you want to keep doing it with the analog radio, you need to have some stations that you can recognize and use those to try to create markers for you to work from. So if we wanted to go back to the 49 meter band, so that's 3 here. Okay, so that's set to 3. We'd go to 630 and look for Radio Marti again. Well, again, we're right on the hour, which is not a good time to be doing this. So that's probably it. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. Now, for some reason, I've had a lot of trouble getting in Radio Havana on 6,000 the last couple of weeks. I don't know what the issue is with that. But as you can see, with a decent antenna, which is absolutely essential to make this work, you'd be surprised what this little thing can do. It's got pretty good selectivity for an analog radio. You can pick out channels that are right on top of each other. But it's nowhere near as sensitive as a more, I'm not sure what that is. So that's Radio Japan coming in from France. This is a good marker because this usually just blasts into here in Toronto. Anyway, I really get a kick out of the analog radio sometime. This is the only one I own at the moment. And I will probably pick up another one at some point, possibly something older. But yeah, it's a very different experience from being able to dial in a station you want to listen to. And one of the reasons why I ended up getting this Sangean ATS 909 X2, even though it's hardly everybody's cup of tea, a few reviews have shown up lately with a variety of complaints about it. Well, 2 reasons. 1, I was able to get it quite inexpensively, A, and B, it tunes a lot like an analog radio if you want to set it up like that. So that's why I like it. And I like the feeling of analog tuning through the bands, but I would like to have a digital display so I could, go to Shortwave Info or wherever and look up the channels that I'm listening to without too much trouble. So, you can put a second, sorry, I just knocked that. You can put a second radio beside and cheat, but that's cheating. Anyway, I thought this would be a fun little video to record, and that maybe you could see why at least some of us really get a kick out of analog radios now and again. on a good night with an external antenna of some length, it can be a pretty good performer. And I will say the R9700DX is a great sounding radio when you have it on a strong station. It sounds great. And, dial light with LEDs, so you can just leave it on all the time if you want. Batteries can be charged. So there is a charger in here, although it's pretty dumb. I prefer to charge the batteries exterior. Oh, this also comes with a linear power supply of voltage I don't remember at the moment, which is a nice touch. Thanks.